Well, good morning. Look at that sun. Wow. Yeah. I don't get to say this very often, but morning from a Mediterranean-like Blackpool. And it is launch day of Launchpad. Had a fantastic night at the Big Blue last night. Lovely breakfast this morning. Had some fruit. Yeah, sticking with the healthy stuff. I'm quite impressed with myself. And yeah, then had a cup of tea. Opened the windows, watched some roller coaster testing going on, which was kind of nice. And now having a bit of a wander down to the main ticketing centre, of course, because all the action gets underway at I think it's about 9:30 this morning, with the launch at 10 o'clock. So guests begin to arrive at 9:30, and they, blues and twos. He's not going to sell many ice creams going at that speed, is he? But yeah, it looks to be a really good day. Guests from the TEA are going to be attending. Various content creators and influencers from around the world are going to be here for Launchpad. A huge amount of work's gone into it, and you're going to find that out a little later on. They've had to replace the central main cylinder. I'm not a technical bod. All I know is it's going to make it really impressive as you shot skyward. It goes up to 210 feet in seconds. It speeds up to 80 miles an hour. That's pretty stomach churning in a good way. So yeah, just wandering along the promenade. We'll check in the ticket centre and see what's going on. I've even had to get dressed in a suit. Don't do suits very often.
To welcome you to Launchpad's inaugural voyage. You're going to be amongst the very first riders to experience this brand new mission. Now, thank you all for being here today. Special mention to the members of the Themed Entertainment Association, TEA, who are a group of people from our industry who've travelled from all over the world to be with us here today. Now, Launchpad, behind us, here's the stats. She's 210 feet tall. She reaches speeds of up to 80 miles an hour, shooting riders 20 stories skywards in seconds. And you'll be getting to experience that a little later on. It promises to give riders epic moments of weightlessness, a thrusting G-force, and a stomach-dropping descent. So, without further ado, it's now my great pleasure to introduce the CEO of Pleasure Beach Resort, Amanda Thompson, OBE.
Everyone, and welcome to a very sunny Blackpool. I need you all to take one look at that sky, because you may never see it again. It's not often this sunny for so long here, but I have to say that we have to be one of the most sustainable parks that there is, because I and all the team here spend a lot of time taking care of our rides and actually reimagining is good for our industry, really good, really powerful for our industry, because it's sustainable and it really, really helps parks reinvent things, reimagine things. I know everyone wants something bigger, faster, newer, but when you do something like this, it becomes new again, and it's something to really shout about.
Sorry, guys. some punch.
Absolutely amazing.
Oh,
That's better than I remember it.
oh yes. Oh, best ever. Wow. What a view. Yeah, they've definitely beefed that up. That's a bit punchy. Wowee. Oh, down to earth again.
That was amazing.
That was a launch and a half. Wow.
Oh, should do that every morning first thing. That'll wake
Yes.
you up.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, it's better than a coffee. That to wake you up in the morning. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, terra firma.
Oh, lovely.
Oh,
Mission accomplished.
yeah. Tell me about it.
Welcome back, and congratulations on your mission.
Thank you. Well, what a launch. And a lot of people here in the glorious sunshine of Blackpool, and a lot of YouTubers and content creators here. Shout out to people such as the Your Experience Guide, Theme Park Worldwide, Digital Dan, I've spotted down here. I haven't spotted Coaster Dan, I'm sure he'll be around somewhere. But large numbers of people here wishing it well, because it has been a bit of a fan favourite, Launchpad, back from when it was PlayStation. And when it was launched, PlayStation The Ride, back in 1997. Here it goes behind me now, and I love the screen. There you go. And then it became Ice Blast, but it was never plussed to this degree. It's never really had this theme of being a space mission with the fantastic soundtrack by a stranger who is notable by his absence. Notable stranger, haha. And it's brilliant. It's got inspirations from the NASA moon missions. The smoke before you set off really adds to it, and the kick you get at the top. Oh, I mean, that's weightlessness. It's thrust up, you name it. It's better than it was on opening day, and I remember it when it first opened because I'm that old. So it's effectively a brand new ride, and it brings vibrancy back to the entrance of the park as well. So. Get yourself to Pleasure Beach Resort, get a ride on Launchpad.
It's hard to reimagine a ride. It's hard to think and dream up something new, but we've managed it, and I think it is great. It's given it a new lease of life, and I think that's amazing.
I mean, you mentioned there reimagining is something we've been doing a lot at Pleasure Beach, Valhalla, the Launchpad, and then the River Caves are next. Is this something that gets your creative juices flowing?
Well, it gets my juices flowing. I think it annoys everyone who's in the creative team, because I go, oh, we can do this, we can do that, because I'm very passionate about design, so I love it. So for me, working with design and creative people, it's a real huge high for me to do something like that.
And the weather's turned out today, giving a really bright start to Launchpad, and with recent news about other theme parks coming to the UK.
Oh, Universal!
You've been very positive about that.
Yeah, I think it's fantastic. It's the best news that we've had for our industry in my lifetime. I mean, how cool is it that Universal Studios decide to build their new park in Great Britain? It has to be great for our whole industry. It's fantastic news.
And if you've got one message for people out there, maybe the people in power, as it were, about the importance of your industry?
Well, I think the importance and the relevance of our industry, it might seem to be fun for everyone, but it's hard work and it's actually a job, and we employ a lot of people. So to come and work in this industry, is not only is it thrilling, but it's actually a job.
Basically, fun is a serious business.
Yeah, absolutely, it is.
Amanda, thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
It's been a project that's been going on really for the last 18 months, 2 years. So to see it come to fruition and see people riding it and enjoying it is a brilliant feeling. Although I actually don't do all the technical stuff, I do the operation side of it. So I actually get the fun bit at the end when the ride's kind of ready and we're training staff and so on. It's engineering that actually do all the technical stuff.
And in terms of the technical stuff, I flippantly mentioned about just replacing the cylinder in the middle of it. That's a big job.
So yeah, I mean the white tube that you might be able to see is the cylinder, and I mean it's huge. And we basically removed the old one, put a new one in. It's huge. It went in sections from the top using a gigantic crane into the existing structure that we refurbished. And I've just made that sound really, really easy. It's actually a massive job to do that. So yeah.
And in terms of your role in operations, The ride itself it's iconic. It's an important welcome to the park. It's right by the entrance. It adds kinetic energy. It's tall. It dominates the skyline. How important was it to have it back?
I think it was, people love the ride, and for us, it's the second tallest attraction here. It's only the big one that's taller. It's over 180 feet tall. So yes, it is known on the skyline. And I think because of its positioning in the park, right at the entrance, it's one of those go-to rides that people go to first when they come in. And for me, it's hearing. I mean, you can hopefully hear maybe this behind me when it's running. The noises it makes from the air pressure and the system there, how it works, really makes it kind of a spectator thing. And then obviously this year we've added a whole load of new stuff to add to that experience. So it's become a ride that's as exciting to watch as it is to go on in some ways.
Finally, you mentioned there how it's effectively being bussed as part of this reimagining with Launchpad. It's got a new soundtrack by the Notable Stranger. It's got all that smoke. It's got elements of NASA, elements of the Pet Shop Boys, I believe.
Well, yeah. Name dropping, my favourite band. It's got nothing to do with this, but anyway, yeah.
Not at all, but in terms of the whole experience, it's heightened more than it ever was before.
Yeah, no, I think so. It is about that, delivering that great guest experience, and I think it's drama to watch it. It's drama to go on it, having that countdown, all the smoke. I love the smoke. I mean, it just makes for a great experience, and that's why we wanted to deliver, and hopefully we've achieved that. I think we have.
We started as we knew this is a ride that we wanted to keep here. It was an important ride to us. It's part of what we call our skyline attractions, so it's very visible across the whole of Blackpool. And we sat down and considered it. We had to do some maintenance work on the ride, but then we also considered that actually we want to change it. We don't want it to be ice blast anymore. So I suppose when we were thinking about, my thought process was thinking about the launch sequence and the drama of that. And then it was sort of the word launch stuck. Then it was sort of, I think I wrote out maybe 20 names on a piece of paper and sat down with Mans, and Mans instinctively went, that's the one, and history was wrote, as it were. And then we started with what colour we were going to go with and the styling of the ride. So I had lots of different colours sprayed up on metalwork, and before we were open in the mornings, it probably would look a bit weird, I used to come down with the metal samples and offer them up in the sunlight to make sure, and these are the colours we went for, which I'm really happy with. And in the sunshine, which we've got today, it looks absolutely fantastic.
It does look incredible. In terms of reimagining, we were saying about how important it is to reimagine rides. You were behind the Valhalla reimagining.
Yes.
Launchpad. I know for well, and you can't give any trade secrets away of what's coming in terms of river caves. I mean, this is a big thing in the industry now, isn't it? Reimagining and basically getting the most out of rides into the future.
Yes, and it's also, as well, it's a ride has, audiences change, and at some point you sort of, as much as we always try and be respectful of our heritage, at some point some things do have to move on. And the case with river caves, which we are working on the reimagining of river caves, there's certain, without again giving anything away, there's things about it we will keep and restore, and there's things about it will completely change, because I think it's exciting, and I do think our audience does want to see new things, and for us, doing new things is exciting. Of course it is, always. And we do have our gyro swing opening next year in 2026, which I'm so excited for because it's huge and it's going to look absolutely fantastic on the skyline, and I can't wait to go on it. It's going to be so exhilarating.
It's an exciting future, and as
Yes.
you say there, the mix between nostalgia and new things. I mean, people joke, that nostalgia isn't what it used to be. Well, quite frankly, it shouldn't be.
No, it shouldn't be.
Nostalgia is selling an image of the past that possibly never was.
Correct, and also nostalgia has to move on. Nostalgia has to sort of, if you say it's 50 years behind current day, that has to also move along. And it's important. We've got so much heritage here, especially in terms of like art and artists that we've had. We've got some beautiful works in the casino building, which just look absolutely stunning. And they're really important to us, and we refer to those aspects. So sometimes we bring them, like Boulevard Hotel has got a lot of our artwork from the 20s, and it just looks stunning in there. So we're always about balancing the two things together, but we're very excited about the future.
3, 2, 1.
Absolutely, very, very happy with the weather. We've done openings on different days when the rain's been out, and it's not been quite as good. So everyone's having a really good time. Everyone's enjoyed the ride, which is also quite a positive sign for for how well the reimagining's gone.
Now, in terms of reimagining and the future, Amanda in her opening speech made comment about how reimagining is good for the industry. We've done it with Valhalla, they've done it with Launchpad, River Cave's just around the corner. So there's this balance of reimagining and, of course, new rides.
Yeah, so I said in our season launch that we have a duty of care as the custodian of this park to look after the old, but to make sure that we bring in the new. So the modern day guest in 2025 doesn't want what the same guest in 1950, for example, would have wanted, and we're one of the very few parks who would know the two. So what we've got to do, we've got rides from the 50s, we've got to look after them, maintain them, preserve them, but we've also got to look at what we need to bring in that's new. So we've got lots of rides in secret folders of what's hopefully potentially come over the next 10 years. You know, Launchpad and Gyro have been on the radar for the past 4 or 5 years, for example. So we never stood still. We're always looking to the future. We're always looking at what we can do to improve the park, improve guest experience, and whether that's reimagining a ride or getting a new one in, we will do what we need to do.
And in terms of your guests and your visitors, the reimagining and putting in new rides, it creates a buzz, doesn't it? It creates a positive spin that people come to see ahead of the ride opening what's actually happening.
It does. I mean, I've talked in at industry conferences, and I think a theme park that invests does so to kind of almost stand still. If you don't invest, you fall behind. So you've got to continually invest, you've got to continually improve the guest experience. And things like Launchpad and Gyro Swing, both on the consecutive years, is just a sign that that's exactly what we're doing. We're looking for growth, we're looking to improve, and we're looking to give guests additional reasons to visit, whether it be to re-experience a ride with a bit more of a push to the top, shall we say, or to go on something brand new, as they will do next year.
And finally, it's always been said ever since I was a kid visiting Pleasure Beach that, you know, where are they going to put it? There's no more space. You never underestimate Pleasure Beach and their engineering team and everything else, is to find some space to stick a new big ride.
Absolutely. I mean, Icon, we 3D scanned the entire park to work out all the elements we could loop in between other rides. But it's deceiving that you can do a lot of a small space, and there's actually a lot more space behind the scenes. And if we really wanted to, and if the right ride came along, we'd be able to go into. So we can always find space for something good here at Pleasure Beach.
So we're looking forward, James, to seeing what's inside those secret folders when you eventually open them up.
Potentially. You might have to wait a little bit of time, but hopefully they definitely exist. There's definitely lots to look forward to. We'll make some plans for the future.
Well, festivities are all over. Yeah, I'm now in merch, bit baggy merch, but I've been through the shop. There's plenty more merch for me to buy, so do not fret. I've caught up with some other YouTubers who I spend most of my days watching too much. Coaster Dad is down there, Chris. I caught up with him. The Scott and Mark from Your Experience Guide up there, I've caught up with them as well. There was Digital Dan from This Week in Theme Parks. I never realised how tall he was. He's down there as well. But yeah, all the festivities are now over. All the delegates from the Themed Entertainment Association, who are here visiting from all around the world, they've gone back to their conference after riding Launchpad this morning, and now I have free reign of the park. So what to go on? I don't know really. There's the Derby Racer there. I've been on Launchpad a couple of times. I could go on Alice's Wonderland, which my kids know as the cat ride, or I could treat myself to some donuts back there. Oh, it's tough. It's very, very tough. Yeah, I decided to do Alice first because I'm such a thrill seeker. That music you'll listen to for the rest of your life. Down the rabbit hole. What is the smell in this ride? It's amazing, but I don't know what it is. And of course, if you've never been on this ride, it is the one that plays I've Got a Golden Ticket from Willy Wonka, which is nothing to do with Alice's Adventures in Wonderland at all anyway. Still a fantastic ride though. I could spend all day on this. If anyone ever asks, that is a flamingo between Alice's legs. Who are you? Back out onto Pleasure Beach. I won't get into the story, everybody knows it, about why this one is so similar to the Alice in Wonderland ride at Disneyland in California. Although everyone does call this Alice in Wonderland, it's not. It's actually Alice's Wonderland, or the Alice ride. You know, details matter and all that. Where next? Food or ride? Well, my youngest is a massive fan of this, so I'm going to have to go on the ghost train because it has skeletons on bikes. Is it just me that remembers that the bite mark out of the ghost train sign there used to be part of the covered queue here, and there was a massive, massive bat that was there that had actually taken the bite out of the sign. So if anyone comes through who's probably a lot younger than I am and sees that massive bite mark that's missing there, it's because a bat bit it out. And I think they got rid of the bat about 20 years ago along with the covered walkway, and they put these fantastic new spider web railings, which I find really cool. But yeah, there we go. Small things like that excite me. That ogre's not raising himself and breaking wind today. I'm quite thankful of that, actually. Here we go. A terrifying ghost train. Oh my god. Bad hair day. I love this bit. This is the bit that's almost like a thrill ride. Arms in the air. Whee! Hello. Where have you been all my life? Oh, here they are! Skeletons on bikes! You see, no visit to Blackpool is complete without skeletons on bikes. Told you, skeletons on bikes. The only reason I ride that ride. The other ghosts, you know, none of them have passed their cycling proficiency. And that impresses me for people with no muscles. Well, I'm very tempted to go on Wallace and Gromit, which is there, of course, with not too bad a queue, which is quite nice. The only issue being that I have a Launchpad official launch food voucher, and the food is the chicken that's available at Loki's. So, whilst the rides have been winning so far, the food's going to win now. So I'm going to go and get my food, my chicken, from Loki's, and then I'm going to go on something else. Obviously I can't take the camera on anything with a thrill ride bend. Oh yes, my name's on one of these bricks somewhere, I think it's back there. So I can't take the camera on any thrill rides, but I can go on Wallace and Gromit. And maybe the train I heard working earlier, the Pleasure Beach Express, or I just won't take the camera on thrill rides and just go and enjoy myself on the big one. Yeah, that's liable to happen actually, really, isn't it? All I can say about the food in there is that was delicious. The chicken is amazing. So yeah, Loki's Bar, definitely a place for chicken. I would thoroughly recommend that. It looks like Valhalla's getting ready to open, but I've got to fly back tonight and I haven't got to change of clothes or shoes, so I'm not going on Valhalla. I'm deciding I'm going to go do some thrill rides now. I think everyone's having a bit of lunch. Most of the restaurants and places are full, so it's time to do a bit of Thrill-O-Matic. My kids don't like this ride at all. I think it's something to do with a certain little shock at the end, which is quite big actually. I love it though. Yeah.
Cheese. We're going somewhere where there's cheese. Oh. What's today, that? Tuesday.
Bun in the oven, love. You don't dare ask, do you, really?
Oh, that's quite enough. The job we're hearing from the solicitor. Well, that's could be expected from
That's what my kids don't like. Him. Hey ho. Great ride. Great ride. Well, Wallace and Gromit is great. Love Wallace and Gromit. Can't say enough about it. And I know I said I was gonna go. I am now gonna go. And I'm going to go and do some thrill rides, which I obviously can't video on for obvious reasons. And that's it for me at the Pleasure Beach. Okay, get yourself down to have a go on Launchpad. It really is something else, reimagining. And obviously get excited and look forward to the fact that next year we've got a massive new gyro swing, which will be pretty much dominating the skyline behind me here. Yeah, when it swings, it'll be going higher than the big one. And that's the track you see behind me, so that's going to be a bit exciting, to be honest. But yeah, I've got to get some thrill rides in because I've got to catch my plane back home and go to work again tomorrow. So I'm going to go and enjoy the sunshine and the afternoon at Pleasure Beach. I think you should come here too.